All right, so this is actually something that's been on my mind for a long time, just because I get a lot of questions about it, but I've also done a lot of thinking on it and kind of setting it all up. The thing we're going to talk about is 30-minute classes or kind of boot campy classes that maybe low gear, high sweat, that kind of sort of stuff that fit, like where do they fit within a CrossFit space? I think they are valuable in the sense that they do get people through the door that might be intimidated by their stuff. Hey, come to this class. Or they have a selling point of, hey, it's just in and out in this short period of time. So I do think that they offer something that you might not be able to get by just promoting only CrossFit classes. That being said, they do have their hang-ups. The reason I know about this so much is because we tried to create these for NorCal CrossFit when we were there. We created a class called an NC30. And it was not something that would have been my first choice. I mean, we were already a successful affiliate. It didn't make sense. We were adding something in there just because that's what the owner of the gym at the time really, really wanted to do. But my job was to make it work and make it fit within the facility. And immediately you're faced with some problems. In a 30-minute time frame, good coaching is hard to do. It's hard to get all the interactions to happen, the community stuff to be built, the teaching to happen, as well as getting a good workout in. So what we had to do is you have to dumb down the actual class a lot. It has to be a very simplistic class, which in the long term gets old really, really fast. But so you have to dumb down the class a lot. Cool. People are okay being dumb because they're coming to this class because they don't know what they're doing and they feel like this may be a safer place. But it didn't leave much time for interaction, didn't leave much time for coaching. It also was very limited in this type of stimulus you could offer. So it had its disadvantages, and I think those were all kind of surface level disadvantages. I think the deepest disadvantage that it has, and the thing that you really want to watch out for if you want to run something like this, is you need to very clearly figure out where this program fits within your space. What does it mean? What is its purpose, you know? So if you look at what you're preaching, if you're running CrossFit, if you're running classes, you're generally going to be saying, hey, this program is made to get you more fit, as per our definition of fitness, which is the ability to output power across any time frame and any activity. And this is the program that's going to get you there the quickest and the most sustainably and the most amazing. Otherwise, we would do a different program, right? So if that's the case, then what is this other program? What's it doing there? Is it made to get you as fit as you can be? No. It's just there to maybe get your sweat on. Okay, that's fine, but why? Why? To make money? To actually help other people? Like, what's its purpose? What's its end state? And I think figuring that out for your facility is very, very important. And then communicating that to all the coaches and to all the people who are part of that class, it's very important. And I think the only way that I've seen it work for me, I've seen other people do it where they just run it and they don't really care what happens to people afterwards. But for me, the way it ended up working, the way it was justified was that this is like a stepping stone. You know, the class is there to get you feeling comfortable with the movements, comfortable with intensity, comfortable with all this stuff. So that way you can see, and then it's done at the same time as this CrossFit class that we have over here, so that you can see what it'd be like to head that direction. Because if you look at a lot of these programs, there's no longevity to them. If you look at, I mean, the program might exist for a while, but people don't stick on it. You know, very rarely do you stumble across somebody who's been doing, I don't know, Orange Theory since 2012 when it was first released, because there's not the same kind of longevity to these programs that are just like high intensity training, you know, blast yourself with simple movements, not much strength gain, all that kind of fun stuff. It's more just a filler than anything else. And I think that communicating that effectively without putting the program down and without saying that the program's too awesome and it's something that is not, is probably the most difficult part of delivering a program like that. It also means that all the coaches who are giving that, they have to have an understanding of where that program is, and that when people are doing the program, you know, they're subtly and not aggressively, but just subtly but intentionally saying, hey, check out that over there. Hey, I think you're ready for this over there. Hey, I think you should step into that. And not forcing people, because, you know, there'll be the odd duck who really wants to just stick in that little 30-minute thing. But eventually certain adaptation stops happening there. It's just not, it's not a long-term solution for anybody. But nobody's pretending, I mean, nobody in their right mind is really pretending that it is. It's more of just like, it's a filler. It's something that kind of goes in there to get people understanding what your space is, make it less intimidating, and get them to the next stage. So that's my thoughts on it. Like, you can run them, and you can run them well, and you can get a bunch of people in the doors, but understand that a lot of these people who talk about successful 30-minute programs, those clients don't stay there for like 10 years in that 30-minute program. They don't stay there for 5-6 years doing the Dirty 30 program. They tend to graduate up. And they find other places to go, just because of the nature of what you can offer in 30 minutes. So again, if you want to do it, absolutely get after it. Be smart about how you do it. Think about where it fits in the larger construct and the larger community that you have, and what's the communication like to the current members. Hey, I can get this CrossFit class in 30 minutes. Well, no, you can't. You can get a 30-minute class that's never going to be as good as this CrossFit class in 30 minutes. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought I could just get the same thing you were giving me in an hour in 30 minutes and pay a little less. You know, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen for it to be successful and not kind of split your community. And I've seen that happen as well. That's my thoughts on that.